ago when he was just 16.
And you came from what part of Mexico?
I came from Guerrero, Mexico.
Today, he's a production supervisor for a food manufacturing company in St. Charles. In his future, buying a home and earning a degree in computer programming.
Thank you to this great country.
I hereby declare you to be citizens of the United States of America.
Suzanne Lemonnier, CBS News, Chicago.
And that's tonight's CBS Evening News Plus. I'm Jim Axelrod. Good night.
Right now at 5, a high-stakes meeting between Presidents Trump and Vladimir Putin. What we now know when and where.
And the mystery may be solved on why so many dogs have been turning up dead along the Venice canals.
But first, breaking news at 5, a fast-moving brush fire that forced thousands from their homes appears to be under control. SkyCal over the scene just a short time ago, showing very little flames.
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi.
And I'm Jasmine Veal, tonight for Pat Harvey. The Canyon fire is now 25% contained after burning more than 5,000 acres. So it started near Lake Piru yesterday and burned east toward Castaic.
And KCAL News reporter Lucelia Caballero is live in Castaic, where evacuation orders are still in place. Lucelia.
They are still in place. We just got an update that containment shot up to 28% contained, more than 5,370,000 acres burned. But again, things are looking good. Fire officials say they have a good handle on this fire, barring any weather conditions changing drastically. But of course, people are still on edge. Some who have evacuated waiting for that lift of those evacuation orders, and those who have chosen to stay just hoping the fire stays at bay. Flames charring dry hillsides. The canyon fire broke out Thursday afternoon. Thousands being told to get out, evacuate, leave their homes behind.
That's what's left of my storage building. The most valuable thing I had in there was decking material. This thing still smoldering.
Rod Myers, who chose to stay back, is pointing to what used to be a couple of sheds and his empty chicken coop.
When that went up, it was just like a big explosion. I thought for sure the house was going to get it, but they saved it. Great job.
He's lived in Castaic for more than 20 years and says out of his 116 acres,
Like I think all but like a half an acre burned.
Though he's thankful his home and other homes on his property are okay and that firefighters were there at the right time.
I didn't see them threatened at all. They had a hand on the situation. They certainly did.
We are taking action. We are getting out there. We are attacking the fire.
Andrew Dowd with Ventura County Fire says firefighters have been able to get a better handle on the fire.
Overnight, firefighters mounted an aggressive effort, utilizing the cool weather that we were seeing, an inversion layer that was keeping fire behavior down, to go out and put in additional control lines, hand lines, and dozer lines.
Though fire crews still in a brutal fight, battling flames in high heat with barely any humidity in the air.
This is a tough job. The men and women out there, they're working incredibly hard in very challenging circumstances,
including rugged terrain. But Governor Gavin Newsom says help is coming. A FEMA grant will now cover most of the firefighting costs, money badly needed as crews brace for another long night.
All in all, I'm just grateful for the firemen.
And fire officials say right now what they're looking at is weather. So they're saying the next 24 hours will be critical in this firefight. For now, they are asking everyone to heed any and all warnings and to listen to those evacuation orders. Reporting live in Castaic, Lucelia Caballero, KCAL News.
Lucelia, thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Evelyn Taft with the conditions on the fire lines and that heat in our next weather. Going to ask
All right, Ev, thanks so much. It's day 3 without water for thousands of customers in Porter Ranch and Granada Hills. Crews, they continue to repair a broken valve there that controls the flow of water to more than 9,000 DWP customers. They've been without service since Tuesday, and it's been tough on these hot summer days. Distribution sites have been providing that drinking water. People are urged to turn off their sprinklers and not use tap water for anything, even if it happens to be flowing.
I went home and my water was on. I mean, I hadn't tried it because I figured it was off. I'm cautious about wanting to take a shower because I don't know about the contaminants that are in the water.
DWP is also providing non-drinking recycled water, portable showers, mobile laundry units, and portable toilets to the affected residents. The utility company hopes to complete the repairs by next week. Now, a boil water order in part of Malibu has been lifted. The order had been in place since Wednesday after a problem with a bridge construction project.
Breaking news in Atlanta. Police say a gunman is dead and a police officer injured after a report of an active shooter at Emory University. Students and staff were told to shelter in place. Emory is near the entrance to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Employees there say bullets struck several of the windows on buildings of the federal agency's campus.
More breaking news. The man accused of gunning down 4 people at a Montana bar has been arrested. Michael Brown had been on the run since the shooting, sparking that massive manhunt over the last week. At this point, investigators don't have a motive for the shootings. The New York Times reports Brown is an Army veteran who served in Iraq between 2004 and 2005.
There's new information tonight on what may be behind the deaths of several dogs in the Venice Canals area.
Now, KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk. Mike, the Department of Public Health just gave an update on this.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we now know that more dogs were sick than originally thought. Now, they have revised the death count to 5. We had originally reported 7. It's possible that there is still some testing that needs to be done to confirm the cause of death for the last 2 dogs. But we now know that according to the Department of Health, 26 dogs have become sick from this mysterious illness that's happening in the Venice Canals. Now, right now, the Department of Public Health says they still don't know what's causing it, but they do know they're asking people to stay away from the canals, the waters, not let your dogs sniff any of the algae or anything else that's around there. Don't let your dogs in the canals as well. There are signs. You saw some of them in the video there, the health alert going on. But as you can imagine, the Venice Canals, a very pretty place, a nice spot to walk your dogs. But unfortunately, several people are dealing with this illness that has come across them. 5 dogs confirmed dead by the LA County Health Department. That number may be more than that as they continue their testing. And at least 26 dogs have become sick from this mysterious illness, which again tonight, Rudabeh and Jasmine, the LA County Department of Public Health says they still don't know what that illness is and what's causing it.
Yeah, it's scary and frustrating.
Yeah, Mike, thank you. A search for answers after an off-duty sheriff's deputy is involved in a deadly shooting in Tustin.
Our Michelle Gili reports that the victim was also an Orange County employee, a healthcare worker who was stationed in the county jail.
An off-duty Orange County Sheriff's deputy has been involved in a deadly shooting with another county employee at an apartment complex in Tustin, according to members of the Board of Supervisors. The coroner has confirmed that 35-year-old Brittany Shaw died. Supervisor Don Wagner was notified early Friday morning, a few hours after the shooting.
An employee of our healthcare agency had been living with a deputy sheriff in the same house. The healthcare agency employee was out walking the dog in the morning, came home. The deputy sheriff was afraid of an intruder, thought there was an intruder, and has shot the healthcare agency employee.
Tustin police say a 911 call was made at 5:22 a.m. reporting a shooting in a residence. When officers got to the apartment, they say they found a woman with gunshot wounds. Neighbors at Axiom Tustin said they did not hear the sounds of gunshots. Police knocked on this man's door, asking him to identify 2 women in a picture.
The pictures that they showed me, I didn't really recognize them, but I do know 2 people who are like blonde and brunette, and I think that they live up there as well, so it might have been them. That's pretty much it. They didn't tell me much else. They just said it was a big deal, but we weren't in danger, so.
Tustin police are calling this a death investigation. A media release made no mention of the person who fired the gun.
We're at the very earliest stages of that investigation. I have no reason to believe it was anything more than has been reported to us. And in the next couple of days, maybe as the investigation pans out, we'll learn more whether this was just a tragic accident, which is exactly what it sounds like.
The deputy has not been identified. Tustin police are handling the shooting investigation. The Orange County Sheriff's Department says it's been notified that an off-duty deputy was involved. The employee has been placed on paid administrative leave. In Tustin, Michelle Geely, KCAL News.
President Trump wants UCLA to pay $1 billion to settle a lawsuit filed by his administration. The White House is accusing the university of anti-Semitism and other civil rights violations stemming from pro-Palestinian protests last year. UCLA says Trump has suspended nearly $600 million in federal grants as punishment. Now, UC President James Milliken issued a statement saying, in part, a payment of this scale would completely devastate our country's greatest public university system, as well as inflict great harm on our students and all Californians. And Governor Newsom is vowing to fight the move.
Has threatened us through extortion with a $1 billion fine unless we do his bidding.
Well, the governor also says the state will sue.
A big name drops out of the race for California governor and pivots to run for a different office.
And the Smithsonian restores the president's